After about 7 to 10 days, the braids at the root are going to start to become, pliable. You should be able to do this in about 7 days or so. Just be able to manipulate them and move them around all you want. The scalp's, of course, going to be comfortable by then. But yeah, usually about within those 7 days, your scalp is going to start to itch. So you really don't want to dig and scratch with your nails because that'll bring up sores. And if you do end up doing it because of out of habit or because you've done it in your sleep, you can get some Neosporin if you do get a sore, so that you can go ahead and protect it. And then eventually you'll get a scab on where you had the Neosporin, and then just wait for the scab to fall off. Don't pick it off. Just leave it alone. Don't keep messing with it, or it's going to start itching. You're going to have to cycle all over again where you pick the scab off, you made it bleed, it's itching again. You're going to be caught up in the cycle, and actually it can get bigger, and you can actually get a little infection. So you really don't want to scratch on your scalp. Get a rat tail comb. Make sure you keep it cleansed. At work, sometimes I'll grab my hand sanitizer and put it on the end of the tip of the comb, and then I'll scratch the portion slowly, and don't dig. You're not digging for potatoes. You're just trying to scratch your hair on a spot. Just don't use your nails because you can bring sores on your scalp. So that's something that you want to be aware of. And also what I do, I get some Scalpicin if it's, really, really itchy in a spot. The burn feels good to me. I like it. And it kind of stops it. But this is some great stuff. So get some Scalpicin, take some to work. Put some in your purse. Close the tip. Keep one at home. And this will help save your life. You'll be glad you got this. This is some great stuff. I love it. Okay, again, after about, 7 to 10 days, as your scalp becomes more pliable, you're going to start seeing some little flakes and some dandruff because, your scalp is relaxed, it's shedding, it's time to wash it. So that's when I get out the witch hazel and I go through it completely and I cleanse my scalp, and then after about 3 weeks it's ready for a regular traditional wash. And I've got a video on that, on how I wash my braids. There's a couple of ways you can actually do it, but that's one of the ways that I posted the video on. So don't expect to wash your hair immediately. 7 to 10 days. So about the 2 to 3 week mark, you're going to be ready to use the witch hazel and cleanse your scalp. And then right about 3 weeks, I go ahead and I wash mine. It's ready for complete washing. As far as the ends go, where it's not braided, this I wash weekly. Use that to spray water on it, but sometimes some of the oil that I spray on my hair, of course, is going to make its way down the hair, and so I always want my hair clean and pretty and fluffy and shiny and smelling good. And so this is human hair, and so you can wash it and cleanse it and take care of it like it were your own hair too. Micro braids can last about 2 to 3 months. Some people go 4 months. I've never done it. I don't think I'm ever going to do it. As expensive as it is, you want to do it, but I wouldn't do it. I'm not that person. So I've heard of some people doing it, but 2 to 3 months. If you've got box braids, I've never gone more than 2 months with the box braids. Synthetic hair can be a little more abrasive to your hair, and I've heard a lot of people say that the synthetic hair broke their hair off. And so with the box braids, I don't think you probably want to go more than about 2 months with those, especially if they're like medium size. They're kind of heavy, heavy weight on your hair, weigh your hair down. Cornrows, if you get those, you go about 4 to 6 weeks, because then after that you start to look a little raggedy, depending on how you've been caring for it or not caring for it. If you've got super short relaxed hair when you first get it done, your braids probably won't be in more than about 6 weeks the first time, especially if you didn't have any new growth in the beginning to start with. As your hair gets longer, you'll be able to keep the braids in longer. Of course, if your hair is pretty long from that point, at least more than 2 inches, you can go longer with the micro braids. Okay, I don't think I've left anything out, but if you have any more questions, you can send me a message. I don't think this is just everything that I experience when I get my braids, but the one thing I can't put enough emphasis on is the headache. You're gonna have a headache for about a day. And so that's about it. Pink Flavored Kisses. I hope I've answered all of your questions. And if anybody else, if you got any more questions about getting the micros and what you may expect or should not expect or do or not do, send me an email and I'll try to answer your questions. Thanks for watching.